You see, there's a time in life you get to a stage that you work less and you still make more money. And that stage doesn't just come if you don't do some of the things you need to do. Before that stage, some people get it right in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s. So whichever age you are in and you're watching this video, it's not too late. It's not too late to start, okay? And it's not also too late to set your plans right. So while you're watching this video, I want to really pay attention to every details that I'm going to be sharing with you. You might not have seen this video from anyone because the very wealthy people, there's a stage in life they work so hard, but there are some investment they put in their money that has changed their life, that has made them who they are. And that is not just depending on what they think, but that's because they have spoken to some advisor in that kind of line of business and they have learned one or two things that have made them who they are today. Well, if you don't know me, my name is Miss Nwakama, and I'm that your real estate expert and that real estate advisor that can always help you get the kind of property you need. So over the years, we've guided thousands of clients both home and abroad, and we have succeeded to guide a lot, support them in their building of houses, in their real estate dreams in general, or probably buying a land, or which land to buy, which properties to secure, and how safe those properties are. So this is what we do and we know how to do best. But for the purpose of those watching this video, this is just to let you know that there are people, while you're working really hard early in the morning, you need to visit the gym because they are the gym and they are keeping fit, they are keeping healthy, they aren't begging anybody for money because this money they've worked for it. They did some certain things and that have made them who they are. And I'll share one particular idea I have that I've seen has helped a lot of people and hasn't stopped, it's still helping so many people. Now, Lagos in general is a metropolitan city and is known for commercial businesses. So while you're looking at Lagos, while you're in Lagos, or while you sit anywhere in the world, every day you need to sit at the airport and see how many people troop in, how many people troop out of Lagos. Like, it is every day. It's actually a very busy city. There are some that move by air, there are some that move by road, there are some that move by water. So this is just to tell you, there are some that move by train. So this is just to tell you that Lagos is one of the busiest cities in Nigeria and is the major location where every businesses should have a branch. No matter how small your business is, if you have a branch in Lagos, congratulations to you, because Lagos is also one of the safest cities where you can own properties. It's one of the safest cities where if you start up your business, your mind will be at rest. The only thing you would know is that you pay your tax, you pay your dues, but your business is going to flourish because you have so many reasons to be happy you had it within where consumers can really buy your products. For example, if you decide to go to other states and start up this business, those within the other states, they might not be much more enough to consume the product you're producing. But when it comes to Lagos, nothing you sell in Lagos so far is good. People will patronize you. That's the truth. And another thing I also want to chip in is this. Because of this factor that there are a lot of people trooping into Lagos, migrating into Lagos and moving out of Lagos almost every day, it has made prices of so many things to be higher than the others. This is the fact, especially when it comes to properties. Properties in Lagos can really knock you out, okay? And while you're thinking of properties in Lagos, there are some locations that are appreciating faster than the other. There are some properties that are better than the other. There are some real estate investment that could really fetch you so much money than the other. But if you don't know, you don't know. But this is our line of business, and that is why HTH and Pro Limited is always here to guide you. Right. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that right now. Turn on your notification bell to get notified of each time we do a post right on the Hatchard TV. Follow us up on all of our social media platforms and ask us a lot of questions regarding your real estate investment right here in Nigeria. So it is really, really, really nice to have this kind of deep conversation with you. But another thing is, I get questions like, which particular investment can I go into at the moment that can really fetch me money, from next year? And I keep telling a lot of clients this. If you need some certain investment, you may ask me why. And one of them is the commercial land. Lagos is where you would see landlord that is not educated. He can't read, he can't write. Early morning he wakes up and plays drafts. His children are in private school. He's not begging anybody for food. He has about 2-3 wives. And altogether, what am I trying to say is there are certain investments you don't have to work for the rest of your life. It will give you time to go to the gym. It will give you time to look at your health. It will give you time to also have time for your family. And that's because you have set out some plans in place for yourself. Now, there are some investments that are long-term investments. There are some investments that are short-term investments. Sometimes the short-term investment, you need much more money. Yeah? The long-term investment, even with 1 million, even with 1.5, you can always get it. Even with 750k, you can always get it. Then you wait. Now, the process of waiting shouldn't be something that should be tiring to you, because even if you did not invest, you will still work. You work till like 50 or 55 or 60. So let that part of you thinking that your investment is not appreciating, is not do this, let it not come to your mind, because long-term investment is long-term investment. There is no shortcut to real estate profits. There is no shortcut. And the short-term investment is short-term investment. Okay, so we've had several videos under the HTH Real Estate Masterclass. You can check it out on playlist so that you can learn a lot more about it. But this is a fact. I haven't seen where a long-term investment pay you in a short term. Okay, and I haven't seen a short-term investment pay in a long term. If it's short-term, it's short-term. If it's long-term, it's long-term. So you have to flow with it. You have to understand it. You have to embrace which one you really want to go for. And there is no one too small. If you don't have money for the big one, you start with the small one. You don't delay. Now, I'm talking about this commercial land because I visited Ibeju-Lekki like a few days ago, and I was super impressed. Like the floor I was monitoring, I think they are now in the 3rd floor at the Lekki Deep Sea Port, okay? And that is very impressive. Every day you go to that site, there's work ongoing there. And it was set to be ready by 2022. They extended it to 2023. I'm sure that's to get the best of the best. Now, the Lekki Deep Sea Port is said to be the best in Africa. It's also said to be number 1 most spacious when it comes to deep sea ports. And that is really going to relieve Apapa from a lot more. And that's why government is working on the road constructions on that. If you see how the road construction projects are going, you will be amazed. You will be shocked that, why is government really concentrating on this side? And for those who have secured properties there, congratulations, but it's not complete yet if you don't have a commercial land. And one of the things we do for you is to ensure you get commercial space, you get good property, you get safe property, and we ensure that we protect that property for you till the end. So if you are buying via HTH and Pro Limited, there are so many benefits you get. Now, for clients in diaspora, you might be wondering, how do I get to know this location? Do I really want to call somebody to go check? Can I trust the person? Now, we've made several videos about this. Your people you are sending to us, most of them, I'm not saying 1 or 2, what they want is how they can benefit from it. But we are definitely sure that we want you to get something right, because when you get something right, you can refer. And that's why if you go to our Google reviews on Google, you'll be able to see that we have good reviews from different clients all over the world. Now, you that you're sending someone, you have to be sure that the person I'm sending understands what I want and is not going there for their own benefit. Now, we got clients also who call us and say, Anne, I don't want to send anybody. How do I get to this place? How do I know where this location is and all that? So we have you covered when it comes to this, because this is what we do. This is what we know how to do best. So while you're watching this video, please have it at the back of your mind that if you have the whole property in this Lagos and you don't have commercial space, you need at least one plot. Now, if you have the money, you can decide to buy 3 plots. If you have the money, you can decide to buy 6 plots. The reason is this: a lot of commercial land rise in Lekki Phase 1 worth almost 700 million to 1 billion. That's the truth. And when you check the normal residential land, you get 250 million, 300 million at the moment. So the margin between the residential and commercial is very, very high. Like, it's much. The gap is just like this. So while you are watching this video, I want you to pay attention to every details I'm giving to you, and you are ready to also key in as fast as possible. Well, this video is really superb. It's very important to your life. You might decide to share it because your family, your spouse, your children might need to watch this, and also it will help them set their life right. There are people who got it right in their 20s. There's no error about that. I started making millions before I clocked 20. So if that could be possible, why can't you? You can also make it. You can also achieve it. You can, achieve better. So the good thing is, you have opportunity to also subscribe to this channel so that you can get a lot of more details. You can also, have a lot of more information that you need to get it started. Now, this commercial land, 500 square meters, is going for 12.5 million naira. And if you're buying in 3 plots or 6 plots, I can bet you that you would definitely not regret buying via Ibeju-Lekki Realtor, because we have the best, everything set out for you. And this is no joke at all. This is no joke at all. This is something that you can start with a 3 million naira deposit, and you spread your balance to either 2 months or you go as far as 6 months. So this is really, really important for anybody who is thinking of which real estate investment to go into at the moment. Imagine you're buying the 12.5 million naira, and in let's say in 12 months you hear that land is 50 million, because that land will hit 50 million. That 12.5 million naira will hit 50 million. That's the truth. Once the Lekki DC port commence, it will definitely hit 50 million. So if you're just watching this video and you are thinking of which investment to go into, please don't miss the commercial land. Now, if you also don't know what to do with the commercial land, you need to be asking me, okay? And right at the description box, I also drop to you a blog post that has to do with 20 commercial businesses. You can read it through. There's also a video on this channel on 20 commercial businesses you can have. So feel free to either read the blog or you watch the video, okay? So this is a super packed for you, and don't watch this video and pass. This is a property you need among your portfolio. Don't think this is just, and she's just saying it. No, this is real. You wouldn't want to come back in 12 months time or less than that, and you hear this property is now 50 million. It will pain you, because there are some people that might need it at that time. Manufacturing companies, production companies, they are going to come to you. You're going to sit down and discuss business. And there will be a time it will also hit 100 million. That is how Lekki prices started turning up till today. For you to own commercial space in Ikoyi, you sweat. In Victoria Island, you sweat. For you to even see the one that wants to lease, you will cry. There's a client I was looking for lease for. We started looking for the lease for almost 6 months before we got a lease at a very high rate. The client wasn't feeling good at all. He got the lease and he was forced to buy 3 plots of the commercial land, because he can't just afford to be paying that every year. What he needed the lease for was for warehouse. So his warehouse can be somewhere within, so far he's within Lagos, and he has a vehicle to transport his goods. What else? That is his own warehouse, his own personal warehouse. So now that he has 3 plots, what do you think is happening to him? He's planning on how he's going to just move his warehouse to that place and never ever pay rent for warehouse. And this will happen because there will be need for warehouses in Ibeju-Lekki. Once the Lekki deep sea port starts, there will be need. People will want something close to them. Now, those people that are bringing cars, people will want where they can just put the cars first. And so many other things. Please don't take this video for granted. It's a video you need to share with your family members, your loved ones, and those who really, really need to buy at least 1 plot or so. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have questions, feel free to ask. Remember to drop your comment at the comment section box below, and if you haven't subscribed, do that right now and turn on your notification bell, so that you can always get notified anytime we drop a video right here. And do not forget, also, we have a lot of videos. We have playlists. Take your time out to watch, take your time out to ask a lot of more questions, and see you in our next video. Take care. Bye bye.